Okay, welcome back to the Heroes of Kthul. This is the second day of the Ork invasion. As you will remember from the first video, first day of the campaign, the Orks managed to control the Whaaaaag source that was there hidden, which has allowed their leader to get a Whaaaaag banner, which allows him, well, it gives him +1 in close combat, and also he can initiate close combat at 2 squares of distance. The first battalion of the Imperial Guards of the Krieg Corps was basically banished from Earth the previous day, so now the offensive continues. Now the Orks have managed to reach the city, and now they are inside. This is basically the outskirts of the city, so there are just a few houses. There's a huge bomb area here from the Ork bombing, which has discovered 2 more sources of Whaaaaag on those bombshell holes, and another one here in this house. I wonder why. Why could it be a source of what the Orks understand as Whaaaaag there? This is some sort of energy. Well, so yeah, as I said, from the previous day, the only thing that survived was the tank, that old tank, the Imperial Guard, and the 2nd Battalion has taken over. The only thing is that the 2nd Battalion is a little bit weaker than the 1st Battalion, because instead of having 2 fire groups, they have a fire group and a recon group. Good thing about the recon group, so I have defined the deployment area for the Imperial Guard as 2 squares from here, but the recon group have infiltration ability, that allows them to deploy 3 squares from the normal deployment area. So it has allowed them to kind of secure this objective, so they are not that bad actually. From the first day, basically all the Orks have survived. Some were killed, but it doesn't really matter. They have recovered some numbers. So we have the same. We have the store boys on the right flank, the Kilakan was previously, and then the Slugas here on the building, and the Ork leader here peeing against the wall just before the advance. Oh, there's an MG-34 here also from the 2nd Battalion deployed at the house, and the same is gonna take. So the Imperial Guard, they are expecting some reinforcement from the now that they know there are ultramarines in the area, but they are somewhere else in this huge battle that is ongoing. So it's gonna take them just a little bit to arrive. So they're gonna arrive in the 2nd turn, as in the previous game. But now they are not scouts anymore. We'll see what arrives there, but it might be a tactical squad of marines that they don't play around, they don't fool around. Okay, so I'm gonna play like this, so it's easier for me to manage this whole thing. I'll keep it the same thing: 4 cards for the Orks, 2 cards for the Imperial Guard, and just 1 card for the Marines, just to balance a bit things in terms of the orders that are available for each of the combatants, each of the sides. So I'm going to assign the Orks command markers. They essentially have 3. They're not going to do very much. Basically, they're going to try to. Some boys are going to try to jump here. I'm going to just try to hold this guy first because he's in line of the machine gun. Just hoping that the machine gun doesn't do very much. And just gonna maneuver a little bit these guys, because I actually don't want them to move a lot. These guys are gonna come here, because in the next turn is the Imperial Guard who has the initiative. So if I make them advance, the Imperial Guard is going to shoot them, and they're not going to survive. So anyway, we're going to try to shoot some guys. So that's it. First turn it goes for the Orks. So the Storm boys are going to jump. They can fly. So five squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Easy peasy. First command for the Imperial Guard. So this is going to be the MG. The MG cannot actually see these guys. I don't think so. Maybe they do. I think so. Yeah, maybe yes, because it's from this edge to the center. So yes, they do. So they're gonna shoot at them with a +4. So 8. These guys have a defense of 4 +1 by being in the bushes. So they get hit as expected. And it is tough. It is tough for the Orks. They're gonna get some damage before they arrive, but that's the point. Okay, so now second order for the Orks. This guy is gonna do 1, 2. Not much more. It's gonna stay there. Oh, you haven't seen it, but I have moved the leader into the house. Get some cover before it jumps. Can jump 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, still not close enough. But okay. These guys are the next ones, so they're gonna try to shoot at these people that are inside this building. They have a +1 only, so that makes it a 3. These guys are already. Let me adjust this. Let's see if I can remove some of the reflex. 4, 5, 6 defense. Nothing happens, but okay. Then these slugas are gonna do 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they're gonna try to get some cover in the next movement to that bombshell there. And then is the third order for the Imperial Guard. This tank actually can see these guys, so they're gonna try to shoot at them. They have also a +4. 2, 4, 5, 6, and they're hit. And oh, wait a second. Yeah, they have direct line of sight. So that's it for the Orks. Oh wait, actually I have a card that says play when general infantry units must suffer a hit or be eliminated following a firing action. So we're gonna take this. These guys actually are not gonna be eliminated. They're just gonna take a suppress marker because of that. And yes, that's gonna be it. Good. So as in the previous session, I'm gonna move the units that haven't moved or activated in the previous turn, and I'm gonna begin with the next turn. Okay, beginning of turn 2. Basically all the Orks have tried to move as quick as possible, but probably that's not gonna be enough. So the first thing that the Imperial Guard is gonna do is to shoot the machine gun to these guys here. +4. Well, they could spread the fire, you know. 2 to this one, 2 to this one. It's gonna go all 4 to this one, so that's a hit. That's fine. Orks are meant to be hit. Okay, first order for the Orks. What they're gonna do is to actually charge. So 1, 2, 3, 4. They're gonna assault the machine gun. So you'll say, okay, well, assaulting the machine gun, not that problematic, but actually it is, because these guys have a +4, 5, 6, 7, because they are already inside the building, and these guys have 3 +4. The thing is that Orks are gonna roll 2 dice, Imperial Guard are gonna roll 1 die. Also, the Orks are gonna play 2 cards to give them reflex +1 and +1 to close combat, and the Imperial Guard also has one of those cards, so one cancels another one, so the Orks have a +1 in close combat. So let's see. So basically, well, let's see. Okay, so that's pretty bad for the Orks, because they have Imperial Guard is a 6, 6, 10, 13, and they have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the Orks take a hit and they stay there. Okay, so now is the turn of the Imperial Guard again. The tank is gonna shoot. Actually, I have. Okay, it is here. He's gonna shoot at these guys and potentially killing them. Actually, he's gonna spread out. He has the machine gun. He's gonna shoot. Where's the other dice? Where's the other dice? Okay. They have a special. This tank has a special ability. He has a double barrel machine gun, so actually he can roll 2 dice. So it's gonna do +2 to this one, +2 to this one, and chooses the best, right? So it's 4, 5, 6. This guy's a 4, defense, eliminated, and the other one is a 2, and 2, 4, and these guys have a defense of 5. So actually it's not a hit, surprisingly, but well. One Ork eliminated. What else? So this guy's here, the Kilakan. Kilakan is gonna do 1, 2, and 3, and it's gonna shoot. Well, it can shoot at 4 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. So actually, it was here, right? He's gonna do 1, 2, 3, and now he can shoot inside the building. So +3. So 3 and 3, 6, nothing. They need 5, 6, 7, 8 to hit. So that's a miss. What's this? Nothing. These guys, the recon group, is gonna try to shoot at one of those guys, Orks. This one. That's a 6, so that's a hit. Not bad for the recon. And then the third one is gonna be for the Orks. The leader is gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you will think, oh, that's pretty exposed, but yeah. But then next turn the Orks have the initiative. So again, I'm gonna advance all the units that haven't. Oh well, I'll do it offline, moving all the units that haven't been activated, and continue with turn 3. Very good. So beginning of turn 3, the Marines, Space Marines, have made their entrance. The Space Marines have made their entrance. They are entering as per the Imperial Guard from this side of the board. It's just a tactical squad Bolo Ranis without the upgrade of the heavy weapon. So they come with the special weapon is a plasma gun that you can upgrade for a heavy weapon, but as from the previous day, they don't come with heavy weapons. They weren't expecting the orcs to attack this hard. So, but to be honest, that plasma weapon is kind of enough. He has a +3 to vehicles, +2 to heavy vehicles. I think it will do the job. Okay, but first, orcs have the initiative. So what the orcs are gonna do are they still want to take this position. This house is important because if they take it, they get a lot of cover from it, so they need to kick this MG34 out. The basically charging towards the position, even if the orcs are super powerful in close combat, it is not enough. But do you remember that the Storm Boys have an upgrade of additional ammunition? So basically what they're going to do is to shoot inside the house with all the ammo they have available, plus one car that gives them +1 while shooting, so they have a +5, so they hit at 3s. Let's see. Usually in my house, even if the dice is not completely on a surface like this, we reroll. It's a house rule. So 6. So the shit, it just avoids discussion. Just in case you're wondering, it was quite obvious that it was going to be a 2, right? But don't know. This is how we do. Okay, so that's at 6. So actually, it wasn't needed all this additional ammunition. And yeah, they destroy the MG34. So that's it. Now, second activation. Well, second activation. No, first activation is going now. In the third order is the Ultramarines. The first order is the plasma gun. So actually, they're gonna direct the plasma gun to the orc leader. So with their +3, let's see. So that's a 6, +3 is a 9. So the orc has 6 + 1, 7. So the orc leader gets a hit of plasma gun. Fried orc, right there. There it is. Okay, so now is the Imperial Guard turn. So first turn for the Imperial Guard, the Panzer is gonna shoot at who? So actually, it can decide to shoot at the Killer Can and the Storm Boys. No, or one or the other. So what it's gonna do is to shoot at the Killer Can. So that's a +2, so hits hits at 6 sixes. No, 6s are not good. I prefer to shoot with a plasma gun. So this guy is going to shoot to the Storm Boys. 4 + 2, 6. So that's a hit. That's it. And this guy has also been activated. So now the orcs. Second order for the orcs. These guys here are going to attack in close combat to the recon group. So 2 dice for the orcs, 1 die for the recon group because they don't have close combat abilities, and basically the orcs eat them, shred them to pieces. This unit gets eliminated, it doesn't take a hit because they're recon, and the orcs take this objective. And also the Imperial Guard has lost this order for this turn only. What else? So now is the turn, second order for the Imperial Guard, but they have been eliminated. So this tactical Space Marine team, what they're going to do is so they could shoot at this unit and destroy it, but what they're going to do is to shoot at this one, because he has an order. So if they destroy it, then the orcs will lose the order. So that's a 3 + 3, 6. 4 plus 1, 5. So yes, they eliminate these orcs, so the orcs lose their third order token, and now it will be, so the orcs, the marines, they don't have a second order, so it's turn for the Imperial Guard, which they might shoot at the orc leader. No, they're gonna shoot at this unit. Plus 2, that's a 4, 5, 6, so it's 4 plus 1, 5, so they get a hit. Good, so end of the third order, third turn. Again, I'm gonna move the units that haven't been activated, and let's start turn 4. Okay, fourth turn for the Imperial Guard, and they have the initiative. They have this card, which is a grenade, Kthul, but again, equivalent in 40k, which is quite powerful. It does a plus 4. So they activate this this unit, and they're gonna throw. Oops, I don't have a counter for the. Well, I do, but they can throw their grenade 2 spaces away from what they are. So it's 1, 2 there. All those 2 units are affected by plus 4 plus the dice roll. So first one, the leader, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6 and a 7, and if it's equal, it is a hit. So the leader is hit and dies, and then the other one is at 2, 4, 5, 6. This guy has a 5, so it also dies. That was a powerful grenade. With the leader, so the orcs lose 1 order. Yes, so the next turn they're just gonna have 2 orders. Okay, so that was the very well placed grenade. So now they go the orcs. The orcs first activation is this one. What this guy is gonna try to do actually is to try to maybe shoot at these guys, or no, it's gonna try to close combat with the Panzer one, try to destroy it. So it rolls 2 dice. The Panzer one rolls 1 die because they don't have it doesn't have close combat. Oops. So yeah, a 1 for the tank, a 3 for this guy, so it's 3, 3, 6 and 8, 9. So he hits. He has a armor penetration, so let's see what happens. That's a 4, which plus 1 becomes a 5. Let's check what a 5 means. A 5 means primary weapon is destroyed, so actually that tank is not gonna be able to shoot again because it only has 1 primary weapon. So let's see if I can find the token for the 5. Yes, it's there. Give me a 5. It's difficult to do this with 1 hand. So yeah, that is it. You get a 5 there. Good, so it's no longer a problem. Now, first activation for the Space Marines. This guy with the plasma gun actually just can see these orcs here, so it's gonna shoot at them and probably banish them from Earth. well, it's at 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 plus 5, so yeah, that's a hit. Yeah, that's a plasma gun, ladies and gentlemen. It can shoot only at 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, it's enough. Okay, so Imperial Guard. So it's actually this tank. You cannot shoot, but it can move. So what I can do is, it's not allowed, but I can move it out of the way so the plasma gun can shoot at the killer can. So it's gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh no, I cannot enter that place. This area here. Oh yes, you can. Light vehicles cannot enter this place, but heavy vehicles can. And actually, there's a heavy vehicle. What I'm trying to do is to put something between these Orks and the Imperial Guard, so they cannot shoot at them or something. Okay, so that was the. So now the Orks. That's the second order for the Orks. Is this one? These guys are gonna assault. 2 dice because the Imperial Guard have also close combat abilities. So even if they have been, the Imperial Guard has been super lucky, 2 6s, it's not enough because the Orks have also rolled a 6. So that's a hit. Kick them out of the way, and they take the objective. So that was this activation. They have activated. Then the Marines. So they're gonna shoot at the Storm Boys. Bye bye. Yep. Dead. And now it's turn of the Imperial Guard. These are gonna shoot at the shooters. +2. That's a 1, +2 is a 3, so it fails. This guy fails, come on. He's needed to roll a 2. No, 3 actually. No, a 2, no, a 3, because he has a cover of 1. Okay, so end of turn 4, and final turn. They better do something. The Imperial Guard or the Marines, they need to take, well, they need to take 2 objectives, which I think is actually possible. But okay, so you're not gonna see this, but the Orks have this card, which is Sons of Gork or Mork, and says play at the start of the supply phase. This one, I can put one of my eliminated units back in play. It appears at my deployment zone, and yeah, it enters with a suppressed marker, but the infantry unit that is going to arrive is going to be the leader that was eliminated. It's actually a Son of Gork. Okay, that's so you don't wonder why or how that leader has appeared again. See you. Okay, final turn. Everything can happen. So the plan is for the Marines to clear up this building. I'm still thinking if they assault and win, well, they take the position and the objective, and then here it is the same. Marines shooting and the Imperial Guard occupying the objectives. Problem is the Orks have another blessing. You can see, but it says the blessed of Mork. So as a difference of the other blessing, this what it does is brings back to its it's not as good as the other blessing. Well, maybe it's good as well. Actually, it's quite good. Flips a unit that has been that has taken a hit to the other side. This is good because, well, probably I'm gonna lose this objective no matter what I do. But this one, if these guys are at full force, no, they are, no, yes, I'm gonna flip this unit, which is gonna give them some additional, so it's gonna basically make the Marines to charge into it to take the objective, because if they shoot, they will just flip it, but the Orks will still maintain the objective. So that's fine. The Marines have the initiative. They weren't expecting that blessing, so yeah, they're gonna assault. They're gonna assault the house. So we'll roll the dice. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. So they have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But the Ork has 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they repel the assault. And yeah, that's bad. That's bad. Not good. Not good. Not good. Okay, second is the Imperial Guard. You're gonna see something. Let me see if I can fix the reflex. No. Something unusual, but what I'm gonna do is to ram into this Ork unit with a tank. It cannot shoot, but it can do this. So you can move 4, so 1, 2, and 3, and finishes its movement there. So what happens there when a vehicle finishes their movement onto a square that has a unit, the unit has to take a force movement. So actually they're kicking out this unit from here. They can move. So they're going to move here. I could move them back there so they cannot be shot. But doesn't really matter. And also they take a suppressed marker. So yeah, that tank wasn't dead yet. So that was the Imperial Guard. Now the Orks. First action of the Orks. These Orks are very interesting because they can make suppress fire. They're gonna shoot at this at the leader with suppress fire, and you will see why if it works. So let's say, okay, that's a 4. As his suppress fire is an 8. 8 and plus 1 is 9, so these guys are suppressed. But the Orks have a card that says Confusion, which basically says that if the unit that received the suppressed marker has an order token, the unit loses it. So more than suppressing that, yes, we have suppressed that unit, and that's fine, they have lost the order token, so they cannot act. They're confused. I don't know how that can happen, to be honest. In this sort of situation, it's a little bit strange. The sergeant is all of a sudden confused and doesn't know what to do. But well, I don't know. Maybe it's the power of the Whaaaaag. You know, they have like so much Whaaaaag, swag. He is confused. They're like, oh, all of a sudden those Orks look sexy. Anyway, so as they have lost their action, that was it for the Marines. That was it. I mean, that's so shameful for the chapter. They're not gonna definitely appear in any book. Okay, so Imperial Guard, they need to, but actually the objective stays there. What are they gonna do? So yes, so these guys are gonna try to shoot at this Ork unit, so they lose their action. Plus 2, so that's a 2, plus 2, 4, come on, and these guys have a defense of 5, so they Actually, that's a miss, basically. This is so bad. Okay, so second order for the Orks. What they're gonna do is to suppress this unit. So again, roll 1 die. That's a 4. Plus 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. So they suppress. But they have another confusion card. So again, on top of suppressing the unit, what they do is to make them lose the order. Probably these guys are as confused as the Marines, but basically they're confused by seeing how this guy is like, I don't know what's going on. I'm so confused, and probably they are shocked and they haven't been able to react. Yeah, I think this is a counter for suppress. Oh yeah, look at the difference. So this is the new, those are the new counters, it's taking advantage for suppression, and those are the old counters for suppression. This has more information, this is more useful. It actually tells you what happened. Okay, so that was the second order for the Orks. Now will be second order for the Marines, but they have lost it. Second order for the Imperial Guard, but they have lost it. So now third action is for these guys. And these Orks, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna assault the tank, trying to take the objective. Because why not? They are Orks, and they have 2 objectives. So okay, so they roll 2 dice. The tank, where is my other die? Black dice here. And the tank rolls 1. So they have. No, actually they cannot hit it. No, they have an X, so they cannot damage the tank in close combat. Okay, so just because they're gonna shoot at the lieutenant, over lieutenant. Doesn't really matter, but okay. A 3 plus 1, 4. They don't do anything, and that's it of the scenario. Again, the Orks, they have been able to keep 2 objectives. That is surprising. I don't know if I'm playing both sides, right? I think I'm playing the Imperium right as well. You know, like I'm not biased or anything. But this is strange because I mean they have suffered some losses. Actually this unit, the Green Raiders have been eliminated. Those are the Slugas? No, actually the Flying Rampage unit has been eliminated because there are 3 of their units dead, so they're not going to be in the next day of the campaign. The Slugas has survived. For the Imperial Guard, actually, yeah, they have survived. Only 2 of the units have died, and from the Marines, they all have survived, but with shame. And the tanks have survived, so it's going to participate in the next day of combat. Okay, so see you on the next day of the campaign. What will happen next?